Hello, welcome back to Questing Mayhem. In between episodes, I have dug out some space underneath the base. We're going to be using this to set up some automation and perhaps expand the base even more in the future. We'll be coming back to that in a minute. But also in between episodes, I've added more storage to sort out our problem of running out of space in the nature/mob drops chest. I have now separated it into a nature chest and a mob drops chest. I added the chest up here for symmetry. I'm not sure if we're going to be needing it or not. For some reason I can't open that, and I think it's probably because there's a block on top of it, but that's fine. Also in between episodes, I've been letting the lava generator run in the background, and as you can see, the leadstone energy cell has completely filled up. We now have 400,000 RF to use at our disposal. And I cleared out the smeltery, although there are several nuggets worth of materials in here. And we had not made the nugget cast yet. And so I waited to put out the nuggets because the nugget cast is, of course, a quest. And I don't want to complete any quests off camera as a goal, because part of the major reason of playing Questing Mayhem is to complete the quests. So, all that we need for a nugget cast is to take any nugget. I'm going to be using gold, because we have a lot of gold nuggets. Place it there, and you just need some aluminum brass or gold. I will be using... Do we have aluminum brass? Yes, we do. Some aluminum brass. We may need more. Alright, that was a bad mistake, because we need more aluminum brass. But I don't have any aluminum brass. Actually, I think I do. Oh well. But we do have more gold that we can smelt down. So I'm going to take like this one block of gold, or 1 ingot of gold, smelt that down, and we will get our nugget cast. So this episode, first thing I want to do is automate some more lava production. We automated lava production last episode to fuel our lava generator, but I want some lava just to have on hand in this barrel, and we can pipe that into the seared tank as well to constantly fuel our Tinker's smeltery. Molten gold, and if we pour that on there, it's not enough. Interesting. Alright, let's get some more gold. So I want to use our underground little extra runoff room to set up another cobblestone generator and create more lava that way. And we're going to do this the same way we did it last episode, by placing cobblestone down here and putting lava and water to the side of it. If I grab my buckets, I have a bucket on me already. And how much lava is this holding? Not enough. So we'll grab a lava bucket from here. We will set to place, let's do it here, and grab water from outside. This will, of course, like last episode, create a cobblestone generator by placing a transfer node of items on top of the cobblestone and a water interaction upgrade on it, which we will need to create another one of. I'm now on fire. Great. Apparently I can't throw it. There we go. Oh, harvested sugarcane. That's fine. We can just discard that. I guess I don't want sugarcane right now. Place the lava down, water down there. And now we just need another transfer node of items. And if I recall correctly, we got that as a reward last episode. Yes, it's right here. We'll need another world interaction upgrade, which means we'll need another vanilla pickaxe. Using more iron. We have... Is this iron? Yes, it is. We'll use this. So 3 iron, and as we discovered last episode, we cannot use a broken iron pickaxe, unfortunately. Where do I keep my sticks? Right there, of course. Make a vanilla iron pickaxe. Combine it with lapis. We have here, and I believe more iron. We need 4 iron ingots. and we have a world interaction upgrade. Great. I'm going to place this upgrade in the transfer node already, just so we can start collecting that lava. So, like this, we saw this last episode, but as you can see, it will start a backpile of cobblestone here, ready to be piped into a crucible, which we will grab momentarily. And you know what? To double the usefulness of this lava, I'm going to reorganize the lava to place it right here, because I know this is where I'm going to want the crucible. Because if I planned this out correctly, okay, so the iron bucket which we're storing lava in is right up there. So what I actually need to do is to streamline this as best as possible, because I want the crucible going here, and that way it can be pulled the cobblestone can be pulled directly from the crucible, unless the crucible needs to be pulled from the bottom. I should have tested this beforehand. Alright, hold on. We can always just try. You put the cobblestone there. They'll continue creating cobblestone, except it's done already. That's fine. And we'll grab our first crucible that we made right at the beginning of the series, which we're not using anymore anyway. Hopefully it doesn't fall in the lava. Thank you. We'll grab this extra lava just to have some on hand. There we go. Actually, I bet it can be placed in here. No, it can't. And as you can see, we have 2,000 buckets of lava left, so it's not ideal right now. And that's why we're setting up. Well, we have 2 buckets of lava left, 2,000 millibuckets. That's what I meant to say. And of course, we need transfer pipes, which should be easy enough. And for the last time, I'm going to move this once again to put it here. Okay, let's move this one last time. It almost went in the lava. That wouldn't have been good. I will break this transfer node. There we go. Place the lava there temporarily. Move this. We want the lava to go here, yes. And the cobblestone to go there. That can be placed with cobblestone. I may switch it out for smooth stone eventually, but right now I don't think it's necessary, because it's just a foundation. Place the transfer node there with the world interaction upgrade on it, and fill it and place the crucible there, because we need to extract the lava from the side of it, because it can't be because the cobblestone has to come from the top, and there's already lava at the bottom, which means we can't extract from the bottom. Therefore, I know that needs to be pulled out from one of the sides. That will also require a liquid transfer node, which we only made one of, so we'll need to make another of that, but that should be easy enough. In fact, I believe I have the materials in my inventory now to make it. Liquid. Well, it would be a transfer node. Liquid, yes. Yeah, so bucket, lava, okay. Where did I put? It'd be in random things, right? Yes, right here. Good. Let's use this just so we don't have extras. What else does it need? Lava, yep. Or lapis, yep. Caveat. More redstone is required. That's going to be the bottleneck for a lot of things in Questing Mayhem and modded Minecraft in general. You just always need so much redstone. Okay. In that case, let's sieve a bit more dust. This will be the last time, hopefully, we're sieving dust by hand, because I also want to make the Automatic Sieve this episode, which will essentially automate our resource production, which I think will be very nice, because you guys don't see it because it's edited out, but Questing Mayhem requires a lot of, or Ex Nihilo in general just requires a lot of time to go into your sieving. And if you guys are playing this pack for yourselves, you know what I mean. So it's definitely nice, in my opinion, to have an influx of resources automatically coming in, and ideally even automatically being processed, so you just don't have to worry about that in the future. And it's pretty much impossible not to get to the end of this pack and well, it's pretty much impossible to get to the end of this pack and not have some form of automatic resources, because it's just that resource intensive, and you need that much time and just effort to do other things other than collect resources. But I'll make the dust and sieve that dust, and hopefully we'll get enough redstone. Kind of sad that we only got 10 redstone. That brings us to a total of 10 redstone. What, no. 15 redstone. Wow, what a great deal. But it is technically enough to get us what we need for this liquid transfer node. There we go. I'll just drop down here, sure. We can now put the liquid redstone, or the liquid transfer node in there. That costs us so much redstone for what we have right now. But again, we'll be automating that this episode, which I'm going to be very enthusiastic about. Where did I put pipes? Right there. Dropping down back. Or dropping back down. We can insert this lava into the drum. And this doesn't look the best with these pipes connected, but know that the cobblestone will not go into the bale, because the bale can only hold liquids, and liquid is not a cobblestone. So the cobblestone is being extracted from the cobblestone generator into the top of the crucible, and then it's getting into lava. The lava is going up straight into the bale. That's just the most streamlined way, in my opinion, of getting it. And so we now have infinite lava generation. Yay! And I was planning to pipe the excess lava from this barrel into the tank, but that would require an extra liquid transfer node, which I don't have the dust, redstone, or time, or care to do right now. Perhaps in between episodes we'll get more redstone, and I can do that later, but for now it's just not something I want to waste my time doing. What I do want to waste my time doing, though, is smelting up a bit of stone, just so I can fix all the cobblestone patches that we made in the basement. And while that's melting, it's not much of a priority, so we can look at our quest book to see what our next goal should be. I did kill 20 skeletons, and so now the only quest that is, other than the golden apples, which we'll get to eventually, the only quest in this kind of line of killing mobs quest is the creepers, and we just need to kill 2 more, which shouldn't be that bad. But let's go back into Industrial Revolution, and I want to make the auto sieve. This will automate our resource production. A sieve makes it easier to get ores and resources, but it requires one's full attention and can be tedious because of constant right-clicking. An automatic sieve sieves gravel, sand, and dust you put in it using RF. It stores all of its drops in an internal inventory which you can pipe out of, or clear out manually. Keep in mind that if the internal inventory is full, the automatic sieve will put its output on the floor. So it wants us to make one automatic sieve, and it rewards us generously with dust, sand, or gravel. Now, I do believe the automatic sieve is not a changed recipe. As a matter of fact, it's one of the few rare items, blocks, especially of mechanical nature, that is not a changed recipe. There are 2 recipes for it. One involves electrical steel, and one involves inva, just depending on what you have available to you. One also involves a machine chassis, and one could involve an electrum gear. I believe we will be using the electrum gear because the machine chassis requires just a lot of iron, and seeing as we don't have infinite resources right now, I think the electrum gear will be a better choice. We may even have electrum, but we don't. And we can make electrum, and you know what I should have been doing for a while now is pouring out all these nuggets. Oops. So we can make electrum, I do believe, in the smeltery. We can just pour it out, molten electrum, out into a gear cast, and that requires silver and gold, which we have both of. So we'll alloy in the smeltery, and this will be, I believe, the first time we're using the furnace to alloy 2 metals into 1 metal, which is nice. But first, we should probably get all of our nuggets out so we don't unintentionally make any alloys, because that's just no fun if you accidentally make bronze and then don't have any need for bronze for at least 1 billion years. So I try to avoid it when I can. So let's say 2 gold ingots and 2 silver ingots, which we have in silver blocks, will combine in the smeltery to make 1 electrum gear. I think that should be enough. Oh, and I forgot to plug up the floor. Great. And we need some better safety precautions, perhaps, in the base. Let me do that now. Yeah, we do have stone. Good. Alright. Still not the best because the bale is not a full block, so we can still see through it, but at least we can't fall through it, and that's the important part. That's actually not enough to put 1 full bucket in it. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, so we have electrum now. Let's take out the nugget cast and put in the gear cast. This should be enough to make 1 full electrum gear, I hope. Yes, it is. Good. And was it the perfect amount? It was the perfect amount. Yay. Okay, so if we want to make the automatic sieve, we'll need Invar, which is another alloy we're going to have to make, and silk mesh. I don't know offhand how much string I have. I have 1 piece of string, so once again, not only do we need redstone this episode, we also need string. Such is a common pattern, it appears. Oh boy, what in the world? I don't know if you can see it, but at the very top of the screen, if I tilt my head this way, you can see some sort of object on top. I think I know what that is. It would be a sky island spawning slime, probably lagging me out. That's unfortunate. And it looks very high up. Hold on, let me see if I can get a bit of angle on this. Yeah, that's definitely 100% slime island right above me. So high up as well. And just to show you, we won't be able to get flight anytime soon. If we look at the earliest jetpack, the cheapest one, quote unquote, you'll see that it's redstone thruster. That's yeah. It's not easy. I repeat, it's not easy. This requires lasers, and there's an assembly table, which is always fun. Copper plates, yeah. Dark steel, That's just for the first one, and if we want, let's say this one, space, haha. Anyway. I'm probably just gonna have to pull up there in between episodes. Which, it may not be the best, but oh well. Okay, so we're stuck behind string, yay. But while we're waiting for that, let's take a look at what Invar is an alloy of. Invar can be, first of all, I should also say that you don't need to make these alloys in the smeltery even at first, like when you're this early game. You can make dust versions of the 2 alloys and combine them to get a blend dust, which you can then smelt, as you can see here. So if you make Invar blend, for example, by combining iron powder and nickel grit, or pulverized nickel, you can get this iron dust by, well, that's a bad example, but iron powder. Wait, what? Okay, hold on. There's a way to do this. Yeah, you can, for instance, make a grindstone, which is fairly cheap, I do believe. Right here. Requires some quartz, which you already have, stone, wood in here, which you've made. So yeah, you can do it this way. But considering we have an infinite amount of lava and a Tinker smeltery, I just prefer to do it in the Tinker smeltery. I feel like it cuts out the middleman, so to speak. So we will be making it the molten way, and later on, probably the alloy smelter or perhaps induction smelter. Although, yeah, induction smelter may be the easier way to do it, or arc furnace alloying. There are several ways to make alloys, but for now, I think early game smeltery is the best way. To make molten invar, we of course need 1 ingot of nickel and 2 ingots of iron. And if we want, what's the invar used for again? The automatic sieve. We need 4. We need 5 ingots of it, so that would be 10 ingots of iron. And what was the other thing? Nickel, which I believe is just ferrous. We need 5 things of ferrous. Do we have any extra ferrous laying around? I bet not. Nickel ore. If we had just a bit more nickel. Ah, that's annoying. Oh, we do. Oh my god. Nickel dust. Wow. Okay. Let's melt that in there. Let's melt the extra ferrous in there and put 10 iron in there. That, if I did my maths correctly, that should get us the proper amount of nickel or invar we need. Let's wait and see. And I'm also going to be checking to make sure we don't miss any spider killing opportunities. Just making sure I go outside when it's night, and it looks like it's midday right now, so we have a lot of time, unfortunately. Invar, yay! 15 ingots of it. Alright, let's just make it into a block for simplicity's sake, and we'll also just need to cast out more ingots, which is fine. And how much do we have left in here? 4 ingots. Perfect. This will actually be the perfect amount of ingots we need for the automatic sieve, which is good. Another benefit of the automatic sieve, which you'll see once we actually make it, is we can put fortune and speed upgrades in it. It does require more power, but it's a faster and more efficient way of producing resources using the sieve. So we'll be able to get more redstone, for instance. And taking one last look at the automatic sieve, because I have the worst memory in the world, let's start laying this out. We need some invar nuggets at the bottom, invar ingots like so, and a ferrous gear, or an electrum gear. And we also need, of course, more string. Just making sure we don't have any more string. I'm pressing T here to see if we have any. We don't. And so I'm just going to wait for night to fall, kill some more spiders, and we'll be back. While I'm waiting, actually, let's take a look at the next generator we're going to be creating. I would like to get through as many generators as we can, or that are relatively easy to create, because a lot of the generators do get very hard very fast, more so than we can handle right now. But the ender generator, in my opinion, is fairly cheap for... It's probably the last cheap generator we have to make, because the next one is the heated redstone generator, and if I recall, that's where they start getting very expensive. Yes, this requires 2 generators, which we only have 1 of right now, so we need to go through the entire thing again. It requires in a total 18 iron blocks and a bunch of redstone, so the heated redstone generator is where it gets very expensive. But the ender generator, comparatively, is not that expensive. It does require Eye of the Ancient, which does require endstone, and a lot of platinum, or shiny blocks. And this golden eye, which is an eye of ender, which is a blaze quartz. So this is, some may say, this is not the easiest. This is a hard generator recipe. But it does only require 1 generator, which we already have. So in that regard, we don't need to go through the entire line again. So in that regard, it's easy, right? But yeah, it requires obsidian tiles, which is 9 obsidian, yuck. Eyes of ender, which blaze quartz, which is quartz ingots surrounded by blaze powder. So I think this will 100% require a trip to the nether, which we have open right now. And then the solid ender requires a lot of ender pearls just dumped in a casting basin. We can smelt this down. We can smelt ender pearls down to get resonant ender, and we don't have a good source of ender pearls yet. We can make seeds, and there are other seeds besides the magical crop seeds, which we can use to get ender pearls, or we can just kill a lot of endermen. It's really up to the player. But that's a look at the ender generator. I now realize that this is in fact not a quest, even though I thought it was initially. But the automatic hammer is something that goes essentially hand in hand with the automatic sieve. It automatically hammers gravel, cobblestone, or sand that you put into it using RF. Like the sieve automatically sieves using RF. However, it's significantly more expensive than the automatic sieve, and here's why. We can use Invar like we have before, that's fine. Dark Steel is the more expensive of the two, although it's, in late game, this may be less expensive than Invar, depending on how you want to set up your base. But here's the more expensive part. It requires so much iron, because a hopper, oh no, it doesn't require just a normal chest, it requires an iron chest, which, as seen before, requires 8 iron blocks. And my thought process is, a hopper is supposed to be made pretty much out of iron, right? And sure, in vanilla Minecraft, where it has storage, so yes, it makes sense that there would be a chest in it, and you don't have an iron chest, sure, that makes sense. But in modern Minecraft, where you have an iron chest, it makes sense, right? Because a hopper is made out of iron, and there's an iron chest, so I mean, it makes sense, right? I think it makes sense, and so I added it. And I'm creative with the pack, so I can do stuff like that and do what I want. Yay. That's our 10th creeper kill, and so we should, yes indeed, have all of these quests complete. Yay, we won't claim any of the rewards, but they are the quests completed that we will need to finish the pack. Spider Hunting Night 1, killed 5 spiders, got 4 string. While waiting for it to become nighttime once more to kill more spiders, I thought it may be useful to spend some of our time in completing other quests. So, I want to complete the Hell quest, which is the first quest in the exploration quest line. Hell. Make another portal and go to Hell. How do you make another portal? It's vanilla, please. So it wants us to collect 14 obsidian and 1 flint and steel. And you may be asking yourself, why in the world am I making a stone barrel in order to go to the nether? Because, like most things, Ex Nihilo provides a way to obtain obsidian. I believe it does need to be done in a stone barrel, but put some lava in a stone barrel, and then I should really, actually, make an infinite water source in my cave. Oops. Quickly pour water onto it. Or at least I thought. I could be wrong about this. It is possible I'm wrong about this. Nope, okay. You just need to let it go for a little while. So it may be beneficial to corner this in so your base doesn't flood. Yeah. Okay, let's move it, this barrel, to, let's say here. And just put the water, or put it in here, and make maybe a trap door? Let's see how that works out. Let's get this wood. And we can use the trapdoor to maybe blockade the water? Question mark? If we can. Alright, so we can do that, and I think I guess it's now 1.7.10 where you can place trapdoors on the floor. Okay, maybe this will work. Maybe we'll see. It is annoying, however. Well, if I put it, because we don't actually need to keep on picking up the water, right? we just need to have the water on top of the barrel and be able, this is weird, it's like I'm half shifting, half not, okay. And we just need to be able to put lava in the barrel by right-clicking and take it out by right-clicking. There we go. We have a somewhat automatic way of creating obsidian. Well, it's in no means automatic, but we have an easy, convenient way of making obsidian. Especially considering we have infinite lava. We need 14 of this. We have 5. What time is it? Just want to make sure I'm not missing out on any spider killing opportunities. Good. So, there we go. We'll need 8 more buckets of lava. I hope we have enough. We certainly do not have enough. However, the good news is that we have another source of lava right over here. It's not being collected in a drum, and we can't actually pull it out of the lava generator, which is unfortunate. Yeah, nope, I'm trying to right-click on it. Nope, nothing's happening. The good news is we have a lava left, and a lava being ready to be produced. The bad news is we don't have anything to store that with yet, or to use that with, because no spiders. It's really ridiculous, almost, how the one thing we're lacking is string. It all comes down to just string, which is annoying, to say the least. But there are more annoying things in Questing Mayhem, I should know, because I spent 3 years making the pack. So now we're just waiting on 2 things. Like most episodes, to be honest, we're always waiting on something in the middle of the episode. We're waiting on it to become nighttime so we can collect spiders, and we're waiting on our production of easy lava access to smelt down the lava, and put it into the barrel. Spider hunting night 2. I do think we only need 9 string, and I just obtained my 5th string of the night. Add that up to our total 4 string, make that 6 string tonight. Don't know how that happened. That being said, I think we've met our quota. I may still continue to fight spiders, just so we have an excess, because I don't really want to run out of string again, at least not now. But I will at least store the string for safekeeping. Right here. I was able to get an extra 7 string in the night, which may or may not be useful. But using our total of 18 string, let's make 1 more mesh for our automatic sieve. Like so. And we can finally complete the quest to make an automatic sieve. Quest complete. And if we just spend a little bit more time collecting some obsidian using our method, I'm going to collect the dust so I can get more redstone immediately. If we spend a bit more time collecting obsidian, we will be able to get our second quest as well. Silicon is a pretty good reward. It will be useful when we get into machines, as it is used in several recipes. For instance, the silicon when we get into applied energistics. Remote awareness upgrades, which is essentially applied energistics light. We'll get into that as well. It's used in the conduit probe, which I do believe I changed the recipe for slightly. And most importantly, it's used in the induction smelter to create electrical steel and redstone alloy, which are used highly, like a lot in the pack. So it's a good resource to use. So let me first of all, let's put down our automatic sieve. I'm going to put it, for now, this is very much temporary. For now, I'm going to put it right here, so it's connected to the leadstone energy cell, because we don't have the power right now, or the means to transfer this power anywhere other than the leadstone energy cell. We can get power pipes eventually, but not right now. As you can see, it starts filling up, and if we place 1 dust in here, for example, it will start sieving, and you can see the particles down there. This is to represent that it is in fact sieving. You can see the dust in it. And as you can see, we get some of the yield from sieving dust. We can put all this dust in here and even pipe it in if we want to create more output, just so we have it. It will, the internal inventory is pretty small, so it won't hold a lot, and considering I don't want to use our iron right now for hoppers, it may not be the most efficient. But we do, hold on, we do have transfer nodes, which I completely forgot about for a hot second. Let me just, while this is happening, let me get some more obsidian. Let's just get the required amount. Okay, grabbed the transfer nodes, and we will start collecting this resource. For now, yeah, I'm going to put it there. You can also get a chest, I suppose, if we want more, which I probably will end up doing. Let me just do it now. We're going to want a chest, just so we can see the automatic sieve, if nothing else. Yeah, let's put the, I may end up doing this later, but let's put the transfer pipe there. It shouldn't feed into the lava generator, and instead we'll put a chest there. And we're also going to want two chests, one for input, one for output. Let's grab our wood. Good enough. And make 2 chests. 2 single chests should be plenty for now. This will attach here, and this will go here and mine out that block so we can actually reach it. And it'll go in there and start sieving. Now, wait, hold on, don't actually want to sieve all of that because I want to put upgrades in here, which we may be able to do today. But as you can see, we're just going to be passively generating resources as long as we have dust or some material to sieve in there, just in the background, which is amazing. And we theoretically, considering this power setup is only powering this one automatic sieve, which is keeping up on power fairly well. It's only consuming 30 RF per tick, and this is making more than 40 RF per tick. We should be good to go. So this will never run out of power. It will just probably run out of sand or dust eventually. But as you can see, we've already collected a lot of resources just passively doing nothing, which is good. And again, I do want to put upgrades in there, but one thing at a time. We've kind of already been doing 2 things at a time, which has probably been confusing. I want to grab some flint and some iron to make a flint and steel, because one of the nice things I did in this pack, you are welcome in advance, is I made flint and steel not require actual steel. It just requires iron like vanilla. You don't have to go through the process of making steel to get a flint and steel, even though I was very tempted, very tempted to do that, and it makes sense in the long term, and a lot of other expert packs do it. I did not. I would be, in my opinion, the nether star is 10 times better than spawn the netherfish, because the netherfish is just, you get it in the nether already, it's just the nether equivalent of a silverfish. So, I would definitely recommend choosing the nether star, but you're playing the pack, you play it how you want to play it. The nether star, just to let you know, is used for this recipe, this recipe, this recipe, this recipe, this recipe, this recipe. I've already shown you too much, and some of the other non-extreme recipes. Also use, of course, 3 of them in the nether star generator. Beacon, as usual, blood infusion core, as you would expect, shield projector, yada yada yada, charm of the diva, which doesn't have a use, but I believe it is used in a quest. So this is a pretty good item, as you would expect a nether star to be. And now, let's actually go, perhaps, to the nether. This does unlock easy collecting, which is netherrack and soul sand should be everywhere in the nether. Go collect some. If this quest takes you more than 5 minutes, I feel sorry for you. So it requires 64 netherrack, and then the second quest I do believe would be to get would be to get sand. Soul sand. But for now, let's take just a quick pop in the nether. It could not hurt. At least I don't think. Yeah, this is right? Yeah. And sure, let's round it off at the top. Add in the corners, just because we have infinite obsidian. There we go. Portal lit. Going to the nether now. And here we are in the nether. Let me just make a waypoint here by pressing J. Waypoints, new, portal. And I always like to make this purple just because it fits the portal theme. And we have nether, rack, all around, cobalt, etc. We can, oh no, this is lapis, sorry. We can mine this lapis because we will need lapis eventually, and that's a promise, although we collected none of it. But the good news is, we got reinforced 1 and haste on our iron pickaxe. We leveled it up by mining the required amount, which is good. And so our first, yep, there's the netherfish. Yeah, hi netherfish. Can you die now? Thanks, bye. So yeah, I just have to look up for them. They spawn just in netherrack, just like some oh my god, some, what are they called? Silverfish do. I don't know what mod they're added from. Let me check that. Netherfish. They are added by not Minecraft. Don't know what they're added from. It's a mystery. Oh, we have some lead ore, which will be useful. When you smelt nether ore, it gives you 2 of the normal ore in the pack by default, and I believe you can smelt them in the furnace, or the tinker smeltery, to get maybe 4 output, 4 ingots out of it. If not, you could just smelt the nether ore in a regular furnace, and smelt that ore in a smeltery to get 4. There we go. And now, of course, it wants us to get 32 soul sand, which theoretically is easy because there's soul sand right down here. I just need to, oh, yes. The pigmen are angry at me, I believe, because I broke their nether ores. So that's fun. It's just something you kind of need to do. So oops. Let's see how I can deal with this. Of course, if I hit them, all of them will be angry at me. I think right now, just these 2 are angry at me, maybe? Oh, and the ghast, of course, but that's normal. Oh, nope, this one's angry at me as well. Okay. Well, at least we know now that they're all angry at me. Let me first knock out this ghast, maybe. That'd be cool. If that's a possibility, maybe? Ghast? Mr. Ghast? Ah! No. Ooh. Close. Close call. Oh god. Okay. I would like to get down there because, man, this ghast is really going to be the death of me. Alright. Baby pigman down there. Yikes. Alright. Let's not jump in the fire. Not today. Let's maybe go down here a little bit, see how far I can go down. I just want to collect 32 soul sand. Okay. We got some nether coal. Cool. That, of course, upset the pigmen even more. Fun. Oh boy. Really digging myself into a hole here. Okay. Hi, baby pigmen. How are you doing? Alright. Let's... Nope. 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 This is a bad decision. Oh boy. And now the dad's angry at me. Oh god. Luckily moving very slowly. Oh my gosh. This is not good. No other pigmen around. Oh my god. And, I was slain by a baby zombie pigman. How embarrassing. Okay. So I need to go get my stuff back. And of course the portal's outside. I do have extra gear, I think, somewhere around. I'll use my shovel. Yeah, I guess I took all my stuff with me. Shoot, okay. Well, if I can get down there, get my stuff, I should be good to go. There is a slight chance the pigmen are still angry at me, which would not be ideal. Alright, my stuff is all the way over there. Good to know. Probably should have grabbed some food for this trip, but hopefully I will just collect my food from my grave and it won't be needed. These ghasts though, like, seriously. And baby pigmen still there. Good to know. Alright, got all my stuff. Let's just mine the soul sand. I probably should have been a little bit more prepared maybe for a trip to the Nether, but you know what? Preparedness is overrated in many people's mind. I like to come unprepared, willingly go into danger, and fight ghasts so I can get the stupid Return to Sender achievement, which I don't even think is in this version of the game. How much soul sand do I have? Am I even collecting it? Yes, I am. Although I'm running out of space very fast, which is a slight concern. And we have lag. Oh my god. Now there are two of them. This is getting out of hand. Use the shovel to block it back. Alright, come on. Yes! Okay. No Return to Sender achievement, but that's fine. That's what we get for playing on 1.7.10. Now let us make the dangerous trek home. Using our armor would be perhaps useful. Portal is right there. Aren't you glad I made a waypoint? I am. Jump! Reach the portal by tunneling through. And now we get to go home, and hopefully our portals link up. Crossing fingers. Would you look at that? They did. And even some pigmen decided to wander through. Amazing. Okay, well, we completed that trip to the Nether and got our first quest from the Nether done. So that's good and over with. Now we just need to figure out storage for it. I'm going to put, for now, once I actually have the means to open this chest, I'm going to put all of our Nether stuff in this chest just because I don't have room for it anywhere else. That includes this ring. And of course we need to put our head on the wall. Right there should do fine. We probably need a better place to put that sooner or later. Let me get my inventory sorted out. Okay, we got that quest done. Let's just choose the reward. I'm going to choose the netherrack. Alright, so these are just two chiseled varieties of soul sand and netherrack. I'm going to choose the soul sand because at the end of the day, soul sand's a bit harder to find than netherrack. And I do believe, at least I hope, I can chisel this soul sand. I can't. But you know what? It's the exact same color, essentially, as regular soul sand. It's just colored more brown. And it's Ore Dictionary to soul sand, so it can work with any of the recipes. And you know what? That's good with me. Let's put the chisel back. And that unlocks the quest for quartz, which requires 64 quartz, which is a hassle, sort of, but not really. Let's go to the Industrial Revolution again. And so, to wrap out this episode, I want to get upgrades for the sieve, at least one of each. And the upgrades are right here. We have the speed upgrade, which makes the automatic sieve through materials faster. Using sieve upgrades increase the RF cost of the automatic sieve, though. And this requires us to make one speed upgrade, singular. Upgrade from Exastrus. And this requires Invar, which we've already made, Electrum, which we have already made, and Pyrotheum, which we have yet to make, but it's just blaze powder, sulfur, redstone, and pulverized coal. That redstone may be an issue, but it's going to be less of an issue than if we did the redstone alloy, which is a big hassle, which we can't even really do right now, because you can't even make it in the smeltery. So we're going to be using the invar method. So, like before, we need, I believe, should really try to remember this more often, but you know what? Oh well. So we need 1 ingot, 2, so we need 8 ingots of iron, got turned around, 8 ingots of iron, and 4 ingots of nickel. Let's see if I have that laying around. 8? Unless we already have an invar block. Never mind, you 8. Iron. What else do we need? We need electrum, which maybe we have? After further examination, I've realized that we don't have electrum anymore. We don't. Okay. Let's grab another bucket, because that seems to be a pattern, and why break patterns? I have no good reason to. And fill up the smeltery more. So we need more electrum. Good to know. Electrum is simply... we need the thermal foundation electrum, because that's the only one that can be made in the smeltery. We need gold and silver of equal amounts, and 1 ingot should do just fine. So let's grab a gold and a silver, and hope that none of these metals mix together. Like, we don't need to make invar. Never mind. And the speed upgrade, we need finally the pyrotheum dust, which is just coal, pulverized coal. So I think we will, in fact, unless there's a quest for the pulverizer real fast. There's not, because we need transferring pipes, which we can pop. It requires liquids, which I want to automate or get enough redstone through automation before I do that. So we're not doing that. We're not going to be progressing into this quest line even further, even though it will give us the means to produce coal powder without using the quartz grindstone. But for now, I'm going to use the quartz, or just the grindstone, and this will give me an excuse to show it off. We need soda quartz, we need stone, we need rubber, we need cobblestone. Easy enough. 1, 2. We need stone, 1, 2, 3. Put that together. We already have stone there. Wow. Let's just smelt through more stone, because I probably need those 3 extra stones for something else. What else do I need? Oh, quartz grindstone, yes. We need the quartz, which I have right here. And theoretically, oh, I also have another quartz. Where'd this other quartz go? Why are you in here? Don't know why. We have coal as well. That's useful. Oh yeah, this is my dump chest, which I forgot to sort. Oops. It's fine. 1, 2, 3. So this quartz is less valuable than other quartz at this point, which is why I'm using that. And we need rubber. 4 rubber makes 1 glue. To make a wooden gear, because you need something to hold those sticks together, right? I say right, and guess what? I made the recipe, so of course I'm right. So crop sticks plus glue equals wooden gear. Don't ask why. 2 ingots is good by me. There we go. And now we should be able to make this quartz grindstone already. Yes, there we go. And we also need, so if I place this down here, because this will probably be temporary, we also need a crank, because the grindstone, if we don't have anything to grind the stone with, what's the point of a grindstone? We need a crank, which is a very simple recipe. It's just sticks in an L shape. And luckily for us, we don't have sticks, but we have the means to make sticks using wood. Like so. And these sticks have the means to make a wooden crank. And so, if we place our 1 required coal in here, and start cranking this crank by right-clicking it, but we don't want to crank it for too long, because then it will break. It's still actually cranking it, so you have to hold it for a little bit longer. So when it stops, if you keep on right-clicking it, you'll actually break the crank, at least I think you will. and you'll get pulverized coal. This is an easy way to get pulverized coal, or any pulverized ore in the early game before you have a pulverizer, or I guess RF, if you don't have that yet. We actually need one of those electrum. Thank you. And so, finally, to make the speed upgrade, we need blaze powder, sulfur, which I think actually it's my lucky break, because I thought I collected some sulfur somewhere around. Hold on, sulfur. Come on. I thought there was some sulfur. Come on. I keep on clicking the Railcraft one. Now the sulfur ore. Yes, I do have it. Yay! I don't know how I lucked into that, but apparently I did. I'm not complaining. I don't think I can. I'm just going to smelt this in the normal furnace just to be safe. Okay, we're going to be able to make this. We just need one lousy piece of redstone. Shouldn't call it lousy. That it has feelings. And one blaze powder, which I know is a byproduct of dust. We haven't gotten any in there, but I know for a fact it is in the mob drops chest. Right there. Yay. And that should go actually in there. Cool. Take the 2 sulfur ore, which maybe we can smelt down? We can't. So just smelt it again, and as you saw, that sulfur, I guess we just have to fortune this, or just break it. Yeah, so sulfur, nether ores give you 2 of the overworld ores, which is pretty cool. And we can make our first pyrotheum dust, like so. This is a crafting ingredient in that recipe, as well as some upgrades, and you can use it as a smelting catalyst, as a fuel, and blazing pyrotheum, I do believe, is used for nothing exactly. But yeah, it's a thing. And let's... Hello? We don't have the electrum nuggets on us. We do now. Let's make the 2 speed upgrades that we so desperately want and deserve. Quest complete. It gives us 2 more speed upgrades, which will use even more power. I'm not choosing the chance cube, not this time, and we get a good reward bag, which includes skystone blocks. This is just smelted skystone, which is 9 skystone dust. It's pretty. We may use it for decoration. I have no idea. But to show off this these 4 speed upgrades, if I place more dust, which I don't have on my person, into the sieve, like so, we'll just use 1 because this will use a lot of power. You'll see that it sieves slightly faster than normal. We got through that pretty fast, I would say, and it went into the chest, of course it did, and that's all the stuff we have so far. And now, we can, as the fortune upgrade description says, make the automatic sieve have a higher chance of getting more resources per sieving operation. Using sieve upgrades increases the RF cost of the automatic sieve though. So same disclaimer as before. The fortune upgrade we only need 1 of. And it only gives us 1 more, so instead of 2 it gives us 1. The fortune upgrade is a little bit more expensive. Well, actually, it doesn't require the blazing pyrotheum, it's just the diamond, which we have the means to make 1 diamond, and so this should actually be a simpler craft, although perhaps more expensive, because it's using effectively our 1 diamond nugget that diamond that we have, by combining these 9 diamond nuggets that we got from a reward bag, and making it into a fortune upgrade. Quest complete, choosing the reward bag, and we get a crafting station. Wow. You know what, let's just make the staircase of crafting stations. Right here. Yep, you can never have enough for this. Put this in here, sure. And if we take the dust once more, let's put all of our upgrades in here and see how much power it uses. This will hurt a lot. We're losing RF pretty bad. Although, we can maybe sustain this because, from the sole purpose of we are using this 1 power generation system. We have excess lava in the generator. We have excess power in the energy cell. We could maybe try to save a lot of this dust efficiently and fortunately. We'll see how that goes in between episodes, because that's the end of this episode. Next episode, we'll probably be getting into transferring. Hopefully we'll get some more redstone dust. We've already gotten 1 dust, and I thought we may continue farming a little bit. These are pretty easy quests, and then it gets into the grindy stuff, which we'll want to start sooner rather than later. Or maybe we'll go back to the Nether and knock out some of these quote-unquote easy quests. Thank you for watching this video.